out there to you. In this problem, we've got a pretty simple supply and demand function, and we need equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. So this problem doesn't tell us this, but this right here is the inverse demand function, and we know that because it's going to have that negative slope on the quantity. And then this here is the supply function, and really what's going to happen is the higher the price, this is going to give us a higher number in quantity. So to find equilibrium price, we're going to set both of these equal to each other, the supply and demand where they're equal, and then solve for there. So this is going to be, let's type this, 12 minus 2q equals, a little smaller, 3 plus q. Okay, and then do some rearranging here. I get 9 equals 3q, and then q equals 3. So the quantity is 3. Equilibrium quantity here is 3. Now, if I want to know the equilibrium price, I just take 3 and plug it into either one. So I can plug it in here, and that would give me 2 times 3 is 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. If you don't like to use the demand function, you can use the supply function. 3, plug in 3 there. It also gives you 6. So that is equilibrium. Okay, now it wants us to graph these guys. Okay, so what we need to really know is like where is the intercept. Okay, so what you can do with this, so do the supply curve first, and so let's put in a price of 0, because that would be price always on the y-axis, quantity is always on the x-axis. So price is 0. It would be right here. How many, if the price is 0, how many would they produce? So just put 0 equals 3 plus q. Okay, and then q would be -3. Now that doesn't really make economic sense. So that would be somewhere, -3 quantity doesn't make sense. So I don't need to really know about that particular side of it. But now how about if I know, if I want to know what if the quantity is 0, what will be the price? Well, then you just put in 0 there, p equals 3. So put in there. Okay. If q is 1, the price has to be 4. If the quantity is 2, the price has to be 5. So this is going to go up in a linear fashion. So you can actually just take this and draw the supply curve just like that. And that's the supply curve. Okay, and then the demand function, we want, where does that start? Okay, so if we put in 0 right here, that's going to start out at 12. So we can put a dot right there at 12. Just putting a 0 right there. Okay, now if I put a 1 there, then that's going to turn into 2, -2. So quantity 1 is right there. And then put a 2 in for the quantity. That's going to be 4, and then that'll drop us down to 8. And all the way here. So both of these are linear, meaning they're a straight line. And we're just going to go all the way down there. Here's our demand function. Here's our supply function. There is equilibrium price. There's equilibrium quantity. In case you later on needed to know about the consumer surplus, it's going to be the area below the demand function, but above the price, so up there. And then the producer surplus is the area above the supply, but below the price. And you can calculate both of those by just calculating the area of that triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. Real easy. Here you go.